Hello, how's it going? And welcome back, everybody who is here. Hello, Twitch, hello, YouTube. We are back again. All right, hopefully you guys are all having a good one, and happy Friday. We are back again. We're going to be playing more of the Primal Knowledge Smite. So I think the main goal for today, I still kind of feel bad about this. There's a part of me that wish I held out, but I may not have ever used these. That's a double tier 7. This is it's not that insane. Store these for now. Reduced damage taken on block. One of my favorites. I would have to get like super lucky. Yeah, I would have to get super lucky here with the spell damage and something useful. Now that's useful. This is useful. Well, I got 3 Havocs. The likelihood of me hitting the perfect Havoc, this stays here and this goes down here, unlikely. And then we still got this. This would have to go here, honestly. Yeah. So that's cool. We can sit on that. I would honestly probably rather Havoc this, have this go down to that, and then see what happens. But I want to wait till we got some more Havocs. Same with these boots. Yeah. Just I need more runes of Havoc. So what do we got for favor? We have some favor. Let's go ahead. Finish up any woven echoes we have, and then push this sucker up to 900 corruption. How many woven echoes do I have? I got this one. What's this? Conquer Tower. Sure. Okay, cool. So Conquer Tower, then we got these 3, then we push it up to 900 corruption, and then we buy some favor. We spend some favor. Banish. I don't really know what we throw on in here. Throw on this whetstone. Okay, so no, we don't need the belt anymore. Yeah, let's throw this in there. Just, you know, it's a good to have. Oh, awesome. This is very good. This is extremely good. Now, the likelihood of this going up in LP is low. That's okay. 1 LP Nihilus with those rolls, extremely good. Yeah, I didn't think it would go up. But look, we got 9% all res. A little bit less armor, but look at the implicits. 12% increased health, max, 10% mana, plus 2 all skills, 20% increased mana. We lose 16% of health on roll, but still nonetheless, nice rolls. This is a W. Hopefully this becomes strength. Yeah, if this can become strength, I would like this. Are you winning? We just got started, so to be determined, Deej. If this becomes strength, this will be epic. It's actually... I mean, poison damage taken as physical is not bad. Now, if we can't seal this, this is kind of a bust. Now, basically, this is the part where we hope and pray that we get a very fast Champion Regalia. Let's see. Doesn't look like we're getting champions, chat. No. I mean, good rolls. Yeah, excellent rolls. I mean, absolutely amazing rolls, but I would have, in order for me to use this. Yeah, in order for me to use this, it would have to be a Champions. Yeah, because 42% damage taken is poison damage taken is physical. That's actually pretty useful, but that's just unfortunate. That's good enough to keep though, because that could be good slamming potential. All right, let's clear this false temple. What are you up to today, Deej? That's a lack of a streamer client right there. If it became... Oh, I have the house myself. Oh. Well, what killed me? A meteor? Oh. Jeez. This is the part of pushing corruption that I don't like as an interactive streamer. I was reading chat. I didn't even see a meteor hit me, but the fact that a meteor did 5,000 damage is insane. And we're about to push it up to 9,000 corruption. I was like, I didn't think I would get killed by a random meteor. So where's the family, Deej? 20. Oh, Deej, thank you for the 20 stream streak. Appreciate it. You don't lose XP on that. This is true. At one point, do you start losing XP Air Dragon? Is it like level 80 plus? Wife has a late shift at work. Kids headed out of town. Oh, okay, cool. I.e., house to myself. Oh, wow. What about when you hit level 100, Air Dragon? Does it stop then, or can you actually de-level from level 100 to level 99? Or does it stop? Does it stop at levels? Like, you can't, like, go from level 75 to 74. Which, thankfully, you cannot de-level. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, man, you know, maybe if Path of Exile had been out when I was a teenager, I probably would have liked that. I probably still would have hated it, but I would have had enough time to play. Because I would play games that you would lose XP on if you died. Knock off MMOs and stuff like that. But at level 95, one death is a loss. The same XP as going from level 180 now. Oh my gosh. Well, presumably, though... presumably, you'd be fighting stuff that would give you a lot more XP, right? Shoot. Roughly 1 hour time at level 99. One death costs you 4 to 6 hours. Holy. Yeah, that just like, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. That'd be rough for me. Like, that'd be really rough. Like, I already don't play hardcore because typically I'm distracted, you know, wanting to talk with you guys. I try to be very interactive. And I already dislike pushing corruption past a certain point on some builds because, like, the build will do a lot of damage, but, you know, 1 or 2 hits, you're out. So it makes you want to have to, you know, focus on what you're doing. So, you know, somebody sends me a message, I'm like, yo, what's up? Dead. You'd be like, there goes 4 to 6 hours. That's more than what I stream for in an evening. A little tired. Good day, though. Yeah, that'd be kind of rough for me. What have you been up to today, Air Dragon? Oh, heck yeah. Oh, one of my favorite shields in the entire game. Bastion of Honor. I think that's the one thing I miss from playing the last build is the kill threshold. Sure, I'll take an Aurelis. Take an Aurelis for a spin. Okay. We're looking for... Let's just see. I mean, T7 melee void damage. This is what I wanted on a Clothals for forever. It's useless. Chance to electrify and slow on hit. I wonder. I'll keep that. I wonder if Weaver's Gift could actually be a halfway decent sword for a Time Rot Hammers build. Oh, this one's no good. But this one's got chance to slow, and then this also has 46% chance to slow. Now, the melee void damage we wouldn't be able to use, but, I mean, this could have some potential. I mean, it wouldn't be the greatest, but we would get all pen for any sort of damage over time, and we already got some chance to slow on there. So, I mean, yeah, maybe. 963 is not exactly the corruption I want to be pushing right now, but if I truly want to be, yeah, honestly, I should bite the bullet. That way for tomorrow on Saturday we can be pushing 1,000 corruption. So let's just do 963 right now. Oh, it's because of this dude. I was trying to roll out the way from the Rift Beast, but this dude stunned me. What a crock of oh. I'm like, move, roll. Honestly, I feel like those Void Centipedes should be reworked. Like I am not an advocate for nerfing every mob in the game, but there's certain mobs in the game I feel like are uninteresting, and the pain points they bring are just, for lack of a better word, cheap. I think that's one of them. I think just getting a guaranteed stun, like, there's, like, really nothing you can do about it. Obviously, don't get hit, but I feel like there's no counterplay. It's just, oh, well, stay away. And when I'm playing a build like this, where, yes, it does have some range, but at its core, it's a melee build, because we're trying to proc as many smites as possible with healing hands, it just makes it, you know, kind of like, it makes it just feel cheap. Like, oh, well, you're going to get punished. You're going to get punished for your playstyle against this particular mob because you're just going to get stunned. There's nothing you can do about it if you wish to engage close. So, you know, maybe take a look at it as a whole, because that kind of sucked back there. It felt like there was nothing I could do. That guy runs up and stuns me. I can't get out the way of the big hit. The big hit, I feel like, is good. Like the Rift Beast, that big hit, like, yeah, sure. Again, punishing melee builds, but at least that one is like, oh, you see it coming. And you feel like you can get out the way. Like, you have enough time to react. Whereas the Void Centipede runs right up to you, and then you barely even see it move. It just kind of goes, ugh. And then all of a sudden you're stunned. There's not a lot of player feedback for that, if that makes sense. Like, you don't even realize you've been hit. You just hear the whing, and then you're like, or you know what was going on there. I got music blasting. I didn't hear the whing, and I didn't realize I was stunned, and then I'm like, dude, move, nothing's working, and then I realized, oh, I got stunned. What you been up to today, Air Dragon? Causing trouble, going over the most expensive places to eat. Okay, you're gonna have to clarify that statement. You're going over, like, where in the world are the most expensive places to eat McDonald's? Like, oh yeah, if I went to Osaka, Japan, I could buy a Big Mac meal there for, you know, whatever the currency conversion is, would be equal to $20 US. Oh my gosh, that's... Hello, I like this build, very good overall, seems very fun. I'm thinking I'm gonna make it tomorrow. Hey, yo, absolutely. Yo, give me a second, Mortal. I'll give you a planner with what I currently have equipped. Okay. Whew. Thank you. Oh yeah, no problem. Iceland's #1 average combos $20. Okay, yeah, I got you. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. Welcome on in. Let's go to Last Epoch Tools. We're gonna look up Build Planner. Okay. Okay, and then YouTube, if you guys are interested, this is what I currently have equipped. So yeah, check it out. I'm gonna be playing the build today and then tomorrow, and then presumably I'll have a guide up for it on Monday. All right, a friend is kidnapping me. Yeah, get out of here, Deej. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all the support. Happy blasting. Thank you, Deej. You have a good time. Enjoy your meal. Yo, what the? Is that a raid? Yeah, don't get ganked. Hey, yo, Theraso, how's it going? Thank you very much. Tomorrow we'll make it if all the items. Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely, Mortal. Thank you so much for the. Thank you for the bit. Thank you so much for the bit. Oh, dude, thank you so much for the raid, Afia. Yo, Afia, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody. If you guys don't know who Afia is, drop him a follow. Thank you so much. Great last Epoch content creator. Were you playing more Grim Dawn today? Oh, awesome. Well, welcome on in, everybody who came over with Afia on Grim Dawn. Beautiful game. Absolutely love it. Getting on with the expansion. It's not out yet, is it? Or are you talking about the currently released expansions? Oh, the first one. Okay. No, honestly, I would like to play it sooner than that. A member of the community gifted me a copy of Titan Quest 2. Personally, I'm trying to find a good time to check it out. I'm not going to try and push for it tomorrow, but maybe in the coming weeks, it'd be cool to play it on a Saturday, you know, do a little bit of a longer stream and check out Titan Quest 2. I'm not going to commit to it tomorrow, but quite possibly next Saturday. I'll have to check and see what I'm doing, make sure I don't overcommit. But that could be cool, especially if I have a build that I feel like is already good to go for Monday. I could just stop and stop playing Last Epoch for a Saturday and check out Titan Quest 2. That would be cool. I really like Grim Dawn. I like what they bring to the table, and I know it's from the same devs, or or at least some of them, so it'd be cool to check it out. Check out some Torquefin's Forge Guard. I mean, from the way you're describing it, it sounds pretty legit. Yeah, it sounds absolutely legit. Maybe not. Maybe not, Afia, just because I know you play a hardcore, so you have to play like a certain way, because what's the point if your character gets iced? Have I bought effects? I have bought effects, but as Afia has mentioned in the chat, this is what happens when you convert Smite into lightning. So if you go over here, if you take this node right here, Order of Lagan, it converts Smite over to lightning and it changes the look of it. Smite looks bigger here. It's because on permanence we get 20% increase for area skills. Let me confirm that Smite is an area skill. Actually, it's not. So I don't know. It doesn't say area in the tag. But I feel like you said, I do feel like it's a little bit bigger. It's a feature, don't worry. Farming for the proper items. That's kind of where I've been with this build. I had a bunch of stuff already in storage in my stash of FIA. So when I, like, the amount of upgrades I've gotten on this build, you know, when I started playing it last Saturday to now, it's not much. Oh, he's a crystallized. Holy moly. I might be dead here. I need to get away from this fence. I also need this Pontifex to go away. Oh my gosh. Oh, and then the Pontifex, the Sturiax got possessed. Golly, man. Golly, dude. That was just like sweat. It was like pouring down my face for that fight. Oh. I mean, bad location. Fences and stuff blocking my view, and then the Sturiax got possessed. Oh my gosh. Can the Rift Beasts get possessed? I don't think I've ever seen a possessed Rift Beast. That, or I've just never noticed. It can. Okay. It can cocoon. Okay. Like, because here's the thing. Like, that was actually kind of a cool encounter. I wouldn't mind that level of difficulty if maybe I was just playing solo, you know? Like I wasn't streaming, chatting, all that stuff. I was just locked in. It's encounters like that that make me not want to play at this level of difficulty, because I can do the encounters. They just I just feel like I'm not very interactive at that point. I have to be locked in. But that was kind of a cool encounter, but like having to run around, like you run down here and then all of a sudden you kind of like you lose mobility, you lose sight of what's going on. I was trying to move out here, but then this fence was still in the way. I mean, maybe if I had led there's just not a lot of good area. If I had killed the Sturiax. Yeah, if I had killed the Sturiax, maybe. But a crystallized Rift Beast, oh. Oh, plus the Weaver tree. So that's kind of how I feel that the game should go now. They've got this great feature in the game, right? They got this great feature with the Weaver tree. I feel like stuff like cocoons should be an opt-in feature, right? You should opt in along with other difficulty spikes. All right, so like nodes like Fury and Fortune, all enemies are permanently enraged, but you gain this new you gain this this positive, right? It's the Kiss curse. Imagine just having like a section of difficulty right here, right? Like you got corruption. I don't think they should change corruption. I think they should just move certain optional ways to get more loot, but also increase difficulty. So like cocoons would be in there. gain more memory amber. Fury and Fortune, my prime example should be in here. You gain this benefit of more runes and glyphs. Critical strike. I don't know about critical strike avoidance because that's a major kiss curse. It either does nothing against you because you're playing a dot build, or if you're playing a hit build that's based around crits, it sucks and you don't want to play it. I like LE still can get some difficulty in counter check other than just corruption, because corruption is boring, but we need more. No, I agree with you. Theraso. Like, it would be cool to have some more opt-in features like this. Yeah, exactly, Chizzy. It's a complete lurking hearing you say you haven't gotten an upgrade for the build. Show the guy the boots. No, I mean, I was halfway. This is true, Chizzy. I was halfway through saying that, and then I ran into that encounter with the Rift Beast and Sturiax that got possessed, and then another reason why this level of corruption is kind of, I stopped talking. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, I gotta move over here. Yes, no, like, I got these boots. Boots are an upgrade. This was an upgrade. Let me think. Permanence I got on Saturday. I used this on Saturday. Saturday. Already had it. Saturday. And this was all, most of this stuff was already in storage. The main upgrade I got was this 3 LP Foot of the Mountain boots. We could start to regret they nerfed champion 1 by 1 after players complains. I mean, the ghost dog was terrifying not that long time ago, but now it seems not that big of a threat. See, like, I think with perfect rolls, I want them boots. I know. I will say, Chizzy. I do have a little bit of regret. I kind of wish I saved for a better pair of boots. Better pair of boots to slam them with. The boots were a W if I had gotten double health, but I mean, yeah, like I get what Therasu is saying. Like, I don't want to see every mob in the game nerfed. It's just certain mobs I think need adjustments. And honestly, maybe if they had some more difficulty options in the Weaver tree and you can opt out of some universal difficulty options, it might make some of these mobs not as bad. Like Ghost Dog, sure, he they nerfed him down a little bit and he still could be a little terrifying. He's not as bad, but if he gets, possessed, oh my gosh. Yeah, where they can add juicers. Right. I was talking about Fury and Fortune right here. Here's a juicer. This is the prime example, but the thing is, there's not too many juicing options. I mean, there's this crystal growth, right? Increased crystallized heart chance, but enemies that have crystallized heart deal more damage and they have more health, right? More risk, more reward. Yeah. So this is a pretty decent juicing option. This is a pretty decent juicing option. I suppose Warden's Echo can be a juicing option. You're putting these rare dungeon enemy packs into the echoes. Some of them hit really hard at like 1,000 corruption, but you now have a chance to gain boss uniques. But the stupid thing is, an underlevel mob can kill me just because they have the spider web. Right. Yeah. No, I agree. I am of the opinion, and I'll say it here and I'll say it now. I am of the opinion that the cocoons need to be an opt-in modifier. You need to opt into them in the Weaver tree but make the reward good, because I think most people would turn them off. I think most people would turn them off. But if it's like, hey, 20% increase in gold or something. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, wait. Hey. Should only appear in tombs and cemeteries baseline. Okay, yeah, I could get behind that. Like, because they are a part of a Weaver thing. You know, they'll be in tombs and cemeteries, but if you want them to appear in all of your echoes, you can turn them on. And you will get X reward. What's going on? What's good, Tilron? What are you up to today? And I think that's probably a good place for them, you know, just to add a bit of difficulty spike earlier on in corruption when it's not as hard. But then in higher corruption, when you're already getting good rewards, you turn them off. Might Magic 6? That sounds like a good time. Supposedly, I mean, maybe if I saw a side-by-side comparison, but I will, like, I think the idea, or at least EHG's thinking it right now. Yo, Mortal, thank you for the follow. I think what EHG might be thinking right now is, oh, well, they are already opt-in. You got to run up and destroy them. Well, I mean, when you're playing a build like I am right now, you get a lot of, how shall we say, collateral damage. Right? You get a lot of collateral damage. You know, I hit this thing, and I'm hitting all these guys with smites now. I never purposely run up and try and destroy those cocoons. How goes the farming? We're talking about features in the game that might need to be tweaked. Yeah, everybody plays AoE builds because that's the only way to push corruption. You gotta be able to clear these mobs. Yeah, it's the only way you're clearing some of these mobs. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're technically playing a build that you should hypothetically be able to pick and choose. And even you're hitting them. Or you have a mob that sits right next to one and you're like, oh, forget it. You're trying to kill the mob, so you just... Or is this a... No, this is an attunement skill. You have the loot filter? Yeah, sure. I'm safe here, right? Yeah, here's the loot filter. Just copy it down real quick. Just start recording my... I'm not going to do that to you. Whoa. Yo, Tilron coming in with a 5-bomb. Holy smokes. Yo, thank you for the likes over on YouTube. Here, I'll put this over here as well. Here's the loot filter. Yo, Tilron, thank you so much. Yo, so Mortal, let me give you a crash course, all right? Build uses Scales of Atera. Here's Scales of Atera. Pinching Loaf got it. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. Much love. One to Devotion. It's gonna do that for everyone, isn't it? I'm all here for it. All foot. These are like very good unique items. Like to have here idols that you might be interested in. Items you might be interested. If it's blue, it'll probably help your build. If it's this seafoam green, it's a nice to have. It might be a good slamming candidate, right? And then we got double T7s, double T6, T7s, T6, swords. Yo, Trader coming in with the 5 bits. Thank you so much. Shattering your hybrid health, your class affixes, that sort of thing. Have fun with it. Oh, also, I should mention Mortal. Right now, I'm hiding all catalysts that are not Scales of Atera or 3LP. If that's something you're not into, click that off. As part of, you choose what amount of corruption modifiers, so you kind of have to deal with it to play around. But yeah, sometimes there are a bunch of them in the middle of battle animations, so they pop up in multiple locations. I was playing Elemental Nova today with the unstable core every 6 hits. I hit half the screen with the Nova. You're a very good interactive streamer, man. Thanks for your good content. Yeah, absolutely. Is it auto-aiming when you have no target nearby? Are you asking about a Fia's build or the build I'm playing? Yes. Cast speed affects it a lot. Orvax coming in with the tier 1 sub. You're on a 2-tier streak. Thank you so much. There's also some planner for starter build out there. I mean, I'll get you a planner for a starter build. It's not going to be Smite. If you want to play Paladin, I have one build guide that I do every season. I always recommend it. Bleed hammers. So it won't be Smite, but if you're looking for a Paladin, oh, oops. If you're looking for a Paladin build, like leveling guide, there you go. put it over here on YouTube as well. Tilron gifted a tier 1 sub to Afia. Yo, thanks for taking care of Afia. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yo, Tilron, thank you so much for the generosity, brother. Oh, we're at a level 3 hype train. Hey, yo, what up, Chris? Oh, so you're asking about how I target with this? You have to be aiming in their direction, but you could literally just be, you know, aiming in their general direction right in front of you. It's probably a good practice though to just like move the mouse over them, but you don't have to be exactly on top of them. Oh, frick. Ah, frick. Excuse me. What ring should he use if you don't have red ring? You can use Osarion. You'll take less damage from chilled enemies, and you'll be able to chill them. And then you'll do more damage to them per stack of shock. So it's a good ring to have. It's a good ring to use as like as a happy medium. You can use 2 of these. You could also use Phantom Grip for more critical strike chance. You could also just use regular good old rings. You could use like copper rings. You could just use good old like ivory ring. If you're looking for some resistances. You could also use Orion Sunseal. This is a good defensive ring. You could also get these with 2 LP fairly easy. +2 to Symbols of Hope. So that's always nice. Also, if you get hit, if you take a hit that leaves you below your endurance threshold, you'll consume your Symbols of Hope and gain a damage reduction boost. So these could also be a good fallback. I just like red rings because they give you all attributes. They also give you all res. They're just nice all around rings. They're not very common, especially ones with LP that you can slam. So yeah, that's what I would do. I would use Phantom Grip, Orion Sunseal, Osarion, or just good old-fashioned rings. Just, you know, coral rings, silver rings, copper rings, any sort of rings. Thank you so much for the hype train. Thank you for everybody who contributed to it. I tried. Yeah, so it's kind of a fault of mine. That's why, like, my build guide videos are like almost an hour long. And if you look at the timestamp, it's all in the gear section. You could use this, or you could use this, or you could use this. Funny story, and then, you know, before we know it. Oh, cool. Cool. Good. All right, guys. There's usually a limit to the number of smites on screen, or is it just the number of targets? So let me show you what we're working with here. So smite, you normally targets one enemy at a time. All right, we come over here and we grab Order of Lagan, and then we grab Unbalanced Scale. So what Unbalanced Scale does is it casts a lightning bolt at three nearby enemies. So this is what helps with the lightning smites. It helps spread the love around, right? We hit one, it'll hit three other targets. You can also pump up the amount of targets. Here's the thing though, these will not all hit the same target. If there's just one target, you're not going to all of a sudden be able to go, you know, fried. There's also a couple of other things we can do. Pillars of Light, we have a chance to double cast, 36%. Chance to double cast Smite. Now here's the creme de la creme. Here's why I constantly keep using this sword as opposed to a wand. All right, we have a chance with Polaris to cast Smite at 2 additional targets when we directly cast Smite. So if you think about it, we could potentially be hitting up to around 6, 1 target, plus 3 additionals because of this Smite tree, and then 2 from Polaris. And then, if we hit an enemy with a melee attack, we have a chance to cast additional smites up to 3 times per second. You might be wondering, well, how are you going to hit them with a melee attack? There's no melee attacks on your bar. You are correct. Well, technically there is, but we're not using it for that. Wink, wink. If we go over here, this is what we've dubbed the machine gun tech. because I had a build called Machine Gun Smite. We kind of discovered a lot of this. Mostly chat telling me. And I'm like, oh, you guys are right. So, when we use Hand of Aurelis, you have 4... You put 4 points in the Hand of Aurelis, 100% chance to cast Smite. Cast Healing Hands when you cast Smite. Cool. You're casting, every time you cast Smite, you cast Healing Hands. Convert Healing Hands into a melee attack. And let me show you what that looks like. You know it? Oh, you know of the tech? Okay, cool. For everybody else, and it counts as melee even if it's not close range either. I think you have to actually hit them with the melee attack, though. I think you have to be close. Yeah, you gotta actually, like... So we're casting smites. We have double cast chance, that sort of thing. But when we move in, there's a lot more smites. And when we drink a potion, because we're using Orion's Descent, we have a chance on hit to cast Smite, max of 6 per 10 seconds. Hey, I wonder if this is clashing with this. Do these stack? Okay. I use Abyssal Echoes. No, I think that they're considered their own separate source of casting smites. Yeah. Because when we're attacking, you see this sort of arc. If you see this sort of arc right here, that's Healing Hands. So when you move in close, we're now hitting the target with a melee attack, thus proccing additional smites from Polaris. What I'm trying to see... Yeah, now let's move in. Okay, yeah, now we're proccing all the additional smites from Polaris. Okay. We'll put this on. Yeah, you can literally hear when Orion's activates. Yeah, there's Orion's. Okay, that's Orion's. Okay, let's get a baseline. This is what Smite normally looks like. Cool. Now let's put on Healing Hands. Okay, I can definitely see. I can. Well, actually, that might not help. I can see the increases from Polaris. Right there. That's an increase from Polaris. So the machine gun tech is working. Okay. Now we're going to put back. They're both working. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, chat. Catch you later, Afia. Yeah, sorry to just kind of just hyper focus. It looks like they're both activating. Wait, maybe I'm not taking into account. I might not be taking into account double cast. I don't think I was taking into account the chance to double cast. Catch you later, Afia. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh, those two guys, yeah. Oh. Get out of here. Yeah, forget Paladin. It's all about the Void Knight. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Theraso, here's an explanation of my last build. These are all the items that I just dropped in here. Well, maybe not Siphon, but here's everything I dropped in here. Like, you could use this, you could use this, you could use... Sexy items, yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. I gotta double check this one last time. Okay, put this back on. Is 2LP Osirion realistic? I think so. But it's not super common. I don't know, guys. I think Yeah, I don't think it's crazy. It's not free though, right? Oh. Oh, yeah, quite possibly, but for every turtle that fails, you can re-nemesis it. Re-nemesis it. To try and get 1 LP, go through the turtle. Might require a few cycles. Okay, so here's what we're going to do for this test. The magic circle. I'm going to let my mana come back. Because I think I got a way of testing it. Okay, so I'm not looking at how fast I'm doing damage. I'm trying to gauge how often I'm smiting. Okay. Okay. Obviously, I can't count each individual smite. I'm not a psycho. You can put, yeah, so Electrify doesn't have a cap, so it's like Bleed. You can just keep pushing it until you can no longer, until it just starts falling off. Now, Time Rot does have a cap of 12 stacks. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I'm going to try and get back to monoliths here pretty soon. Interesting. Okay. So let's go try. Let's go try this. Yeah, sorry, chat. So here, let me tell you guys what's going on in my mind, and why you see me just constantly attacking the statue. What I'm trying to see is, I've been using Orion's Descent this entire time. We have a chance to cast Smite, cap of 6 per 10 seconds. Right? Cap of 6 per 10 seconds. When we use Polaris, we have a chance with the machine gun tech to cast Smite up to 3 times per 1 second on melee hit. I'm seeing, what I was trying to see is, if we have this belt on, does it cap the amount of smites we can generate off of melee hits? I'm not exactly sure, because it feels like we hit this cap extremely fast. The 6 per 10 seconds feels like we hit it really fast. And what I was trying to see is if we were still getting the smite hits on melee hit three times per second. Yeah, I was seeing if there was like some weird interaction, if this like overrode the cap on smite on melee hit. And one thing that's kind of throwing me off is the Pillars of Light. Double cast chance. I guess I could just completely nuke all of this, but knowing that there's also a double cast chance, 36% chance, to cast Smite twice when you directly cast it, I'm also trying to take that into account. I think one way we can do that. Okay, cool. So we got Brewmaster's Buckle on. Let's fight the bosses. Let's see if it's noticeable. Kind of hard to tell because this guy's being super squirrely right now. Okay. Bump out. Are you serious? You just do not want to leave this spot right here. You asshole. Come on. That felt like that took a while. All right, let's put on Orion's Descent. Hey, what up, KP? Jeez. Just take a chill pill, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I think Orion's is just probably the better way to go. Hey, Bike, as Orion belt provided as extra smite but smite scales on attunement, it would be boring. But you could test with Orion belt and without any belt, both tests on a fresh dummy. Oh, that's what I was doing before, KP. You probably just got here. Yeah, for like about the past 15 minutes. I was testing on a dummy. I would be trying it. I'd be using one belt, using the other one. And then I was like, let's try a real world test. Now that I'm paying attention to it. I think the next thing would be to take off Pillars of Light. Try and get a 1-for-1 to see if the chance to cast Smite on hit, and it gives intelligence, but Smite scales on attunement. This is true, but There's a couple reasons why we like the intelligence on Orion's Descent. A, we're a build that utilizes ward. What does intelligence give us? Ward retention. That's very nice. Also, we're running double red ring. What do double red rings like? They like having a lot of attributes. So I've already hit the cap. I don't need this belt to hit the cap, but every little bit helps. And for that matter, Brewmaster's Buckle gives us vitality, which I think is probably a little bit more desirable because of the health, poison, necrotic res. That's an aside. I do like the ward retention from the intelligence, though. It's what, 4%? 4% ward retention. So when we take off the belt, we lose about 26% ward retention. We gain a little bit more health with Brewmasters, though. Yeah, I guess that would be the next logical thing, would be to actually just time myself. Okay, yeah, we can just go for a time. A time trial, if you will. Oh, looks like I'm doing a lot more this weekend. Wife just sent me a memo. Okay, so what we're gonna... Oh. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up my stopwatch. Okay. So this is probably gonna be the best apples to apples comparison. No Abyssal Echoes, no Holy Aura. We're just going to stand there and attack. So let's start with no Orion's Descent. We're just going to be doing a different belt. So 1, 2, 3, go. And we're going to attack for 1 minute. And see where we're at. How you doing, KP? I don't know if you saw my message, but congratulations on taking out Aberoth. Well done. Yeah, so obviously this is not ideally how you would play Smite. You would want to fully use Devotion and burn down your mana. That's it. 95%. All right. Let's reset. We're going to put on Orion's. So we attacked for 1 minute. We got to 95. No, we are not playing the arena. I have not done any arena runs for like I barely did anything for season 2. I've done nothing this season. I have no plans to. All right. Again, so now we're using Orion's. We're going to be attacking the statue. We're going to time ourselves for 1 minute and see how much damage we do to the statue. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, this is definitely doing more damage. it definitely looks like Orion's is the way to go. Like, we're 35 seconds. We've almost hit the amount of damage we did before. So, I don't know what I was thinking. It definitely looks like... It definitely looks like Orion's and the machine gun techs seem to be working. Actually, I don't know. There we go. It's actually a 1% difference. It's a 1% difference. It's a 94. Something's just, like, not adding up here, chat.
Hello, traveler. Do not dwell on the
Okay. Okay, so now we have no double cast. Okay, so... Okay. This is with no healing hands, no double cast, no Polaris. Thanks, Bike. It may enjoy the game again, but was about to leave thinking I'm too dumb for this. No, no, you're not too dumb for this, bro. Okay, when I hit the dummy... Okay, that is what normal Smite looks like. Let's put this on. There's a bunch of Smites right there. That is normal looking smites. This is Polaris. This is Polaris with Orions. All right, we're going to take off that. Now we are going to spec into Healing Hands. All right. We are going to take off Polaris. So that is what normal Smite, no Polaris, no Orions, but Healing Hands looks like. Okay, cool. Now we are going to put on Polaris. Okay, so the machine gun tech works. We can visibly see it working. Okay, cool. One, two, three, four, five. It's just really hard to tell. We have no double cast on. And we could see it working. What I'm trying to deduce here, chat, for those who might just be tuning in, I'm trying to deduce if the normal cap we get on Polaris casting Smite on melee hit, we know it works. We've just seen it work. But when we're also using Orions, it's hard to tell if Orion's cap kind of gobbles that up. All right. Okay, so we can see that working. I don't know, chat. I don't know if you guys are also I know some of you guys like to tune in and just play while I'm playing, but we can visibly see that we're proccing more smites with Polaris with healing hands. But when I go to Orion's, we see a whole bunch, and then it feels like it kind of disappears for a little bit. Well, we're still getting some double procs here, and I turned off double cast. We have no double cast. But it definitely feels like we don't proc as often. So this is no Orions. Orions. Orion's off. The thing is, they feel sort of similar with an edge going to Orion's, but I don't know, chat. I don't know about that. I think I'm just gonna keep playing with Orion's, but it did. Oh. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same way, though. I'm an idiot. I am a freaking idiot. This one has fire overload. Well, that doesn't affect cast speed. That just affects damage, right? Anything with cast speed? There we go. Run that. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Chizzy on this. We spent a lot of time just it hard to tell. So I'm just gonna run Orions and we're just gonna move on. Aaron with the raid. Yo, 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 yo. What up, Aaron? Hey, yo, how's it going, man? How you doing? Now we can go back to that. We're testing some Smite setups. We're testing some Smite setups here. What am I working on? So I've done a build in the past called Machine Gun Smite, where we use Polaris, we convert Healing Hands into a melee attack, and then we proc extra smites. So it's essentially a melee build, but we just kind of swarm everything. This is the first season where I'm running it with Orions. And then I got one shot. Oh well. Anyway. We were trying a few different setups. I was trying to just spend a long time trying to see if the Orion cap, max is 6 per 10 seconds, overrides the Polaris cap of 3 smites per second on melee hit. Because we saw that it would work on melee hit. But then I was trying to see, because, you know, you'll get like a whole bunch of smites with Orions. And then I was trying to gauge where we still, I think we are. It's just, it's hard to tell. So I had like turned off double cast, and I was, you know, focusing on the minutia and everything of it. I think this is the setup I'm gonna recommend, using Orions. On top of it, since we're using Twisted Heart, that the intelligence that we get from Orions is nice for the ward. For the ward retention. Yo, Aaron Action RPG, thank you so much for the raid. Shizzy, thank you for the gifted sub going to Aaron, our fearless leader over here at the Action RPG headquarters. What were you playing today? Good, sir. Playing Squirrels, watch dev stream, cross out. Oh, that sounds like fun. They say, like, do they say anything, interesting during the dev stream? Unless I'm misunderstanding something. Wait, I tried that with Warpath and they didn't override themselves. You can see them when you take a potion. No, you didn't misunderstand something. You didn't misunderstand anything, Mighty Shao. I'm pretty sure it's working as intended. I personally, you know, in my old age, I had to, you know, double check and recheck. They said nothing. I'll be sure to, you know, at least stop by your if you release a video. I don't know. If you release a dev stream cliff notes, as I like to call them, I'll be sure to stop by and check it out. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. It's coming tomorrow. I'll be sure to check it out, Aaron. Thanks. Yeah. Be a good time. It'll be a... Oh, I actually found a static shell with 2 LP. Interesting. Interesting. I feel like I never find these with 2 LP. I'm not... I mean, I don't think it's worth giving up everything you get at Champions. No, I mean, because I value the health rolls. I would prefer double mana or mana strength. This is the armor I used on the bleed hammers. It just happened to work. Anyway, if you guys have not checked out Aaron Action RPG, please do. Friend of the channel. Owner and proprietor of actionrpg.com. I think I spelled it right. Thank you so much. If you guys haven't followed Aaron, drop him a follow. Awesome guy, great content. Currently, the owner and proprietor of actionrpg.com. I don't think that title is going to change at all. I write for actionrpg.com, so by all means, be sure to check out Aaron. Fabulous content. Thank you so much for the raid, sir. Bike, if I use an item printed in the Weaver tree for a slam, does it stay printed, or do I have to loot another one? Just drop 3 LP Titan. Oh! KP15 over on YouTube. You just dropped a 3 LP Titan heart? Here's the thing you can do. Open up your Weaver tree, pop it in here, and then you can slam it. And then as long as you don't replace that 3 LP Titan heart, it'll stay in your Weaver tree. It'll stay in your Weaver tree. It's not going to update that you've, slammed it. But here's the cool thing too, KP. Even if you do slam it and then you want to take it out of the Weaver tree and put something else in there, but then you want to put that Titan heart back in, you can, even if it's been slammed, and the game will treat it like it's still a 3 LP item. Check it out. And let's get the tunes back on. It just has to be in your inventory. This is true. Absolutely, KP, and well done. I have never had a 3 LP Titan heart in this game ever. You can buy them in MG, but you better have some coin. How much are they? Out of curiosity, like 100 million, 200 million? Or are they going for max cap? Are they going for a Billy? It's the Aberoth first kill blessing. Lasts a couple days. That's true. You're gonna look for science. Appreciate it. Thank you. So are you gonna like create like a brand new character, pledge him to Merchant's Guild, and then go straight to MG? Or do you have a character that's already in Merchant's Guild that you can just go in there and take a look? I have 5 MGs. You have 5 machine guns, huh? You learn something new every day. $10.3 million? Like, dang. Yeah. How much is a red ring going for? Yeah, 10.3 million's a lot this season, for sure. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm Mr. just casually, well, I don't know about casually, but I'm not selling anything, and I'm playing Circle of Fortune. I'm sitting on 7. That's... Red rings are cheap, probably because of the imprints. What about red rings with LP? Still 350? Or are those a bit pricier? Oh yeah. We were gonna mess with this. All right, this is what we're hoping for. We're hoping for the YOLO mana, or the YOLO seal. Let's go. Mana. Make it happen. Make it happen. Oh God. Become shred armor. Shred armor. It's dead. 4 million. I could buy one right now. Holy. Yo, Theraso, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Actually, 2.1? Markets crash, yeah. Well, it's cool that you can actually buy stuff. Yeah. You now hover between 15 and 25 million. That's still that's not too bad. Last season you were capped. Okay, so let's go up here and grab. Oh yeah, I really need to replace this. I need something. I need something good here, chat. I mean, it's something, but with no armor shred. Half these swords are probably spell damage. That's a possibility. This is probably my most likely, slam it weapon right here, but I would really like to try and get spell damage, mana, armor shred, chance to chill. Okay, so Weaver Tree. Now that we're done looking for boots. Let's go. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna put this under. It's not super insane, but it's just so I can keep track of it. Okay. How many of these things do I have? Oh, heck no. Okay. So this is what we want. We want this to go down here. We want this to go up there. And we don't want to lose fortune potential. I haven't looked yet, chat. I don't know if I can. Okay. I'm getting trolled, aren't I? It was my last Havoc. All right. It's not enough. It's not enough. 15 to 25 million is not that bad, but in comparison to the last one, right. Hope they can have an in-between, maybe like double, triple this one. Been a buyer's market this season for sure. It's never been strapped at any point. I just switched to KOF 2 weeks ago because I was bored. What do you mean you're bored? Who gets bored in last Epoch? Now let's just throw this on there. Bam, let's go. Let's do it. Imprinting really hurt MG. Want a fresh start? No, but I could also get it. I also get it, Chizzy, because if you aren't making any sales, then what's the point in looking for gear, right? I mean, you might find something that you're looking for, but if you can't sell anything to buy stuff for your own build, then yeah, you just feel like you kind of stall out. So then why not switch to Cough at that point? I know I keep threatening every season to, every season I say, oh yeah, I should definitely, absolutely start Merchant's Guild this season, then switch to Cough. And then I never do, because I'm like, I don't want to level 2 factions. You gotta be kidding me. Oh. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. I appreciate it. Okay. Sure. I would imagine. How often do you find double T7s? I imagine if you find your first double T7, then you imprint it, you can find them a bit more often. So let me ask you this, Chizzy. Let's say you buy a double T7 and then you imprint it. Do all of those imprints that drop have a Merchant's Guild tag? And they can't be, yeah, that's what I was getting at. So it's best if you yourself find the double T7, then you can imprint it and start making some money. An MG needs better player retention, of course, but that's too long of a debate for me. I was ready to go, even as a Cough, need a bit of player retention because more of the game is in a good state. More they tend to upgrade and give what people want. Right, I got you. Yeah. So before I go, let's say we like this game and we prage for a good future and having fun. Yeah, absolutely. You have a good one, Thera, so thanks for being here. All right, let's... Right, you're right. Yeah, that's the thing about Circle of Fortune. I feel like you get a lot of drops, but when you want to build a specific build and you don't have all the items yet, it can be really frustrating because you can't just instantly get it. I find that I find a lot of good stuff for builds that I'm not playing. Hey, what up, Dub? You just gotta run Age of Winter for forever to get a red rain. Are you playing Circle of Fortune, Dub? Yo, 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 what's up? You're playing Circle of Fortune? Okay. I'll tell you how I got... You went MG last season? Okay. So, I'm going to tell you right now, in full transparency, right now, you can get a red rain on Merchant's Guild. You can get a red rain on Merchant's Guild right now for about 300,000 to 400,000 gold. I didn't say 3 to 400 million, 3 to 400,000. But you might not want to go and level Merchant's Guild. Yeah, you might not want to go and level Merchant's Guild right now, especially if you already leveled Circle of Fortune. So, let me tell you how I got my red rings, right? Here's how I got my red rings. I will say, and MG's a pain to level, and if you're not making any sales, it kind of sucks for sure. So let's assume MG is not an option for you right now. I'm going to assume that. I just figured I'd say it right now in case you're like, yo, bet, see you later. So for Circle of Fortune Red Ring, my advice is try and get a build that obviously doesn't use red rings. Try and get it to around 700 plus corruption. I think 700 is the sweet spot right now. Try and get to around 700 corruption, but definitely 500 corruption and 300 corruption are fine. But I feel like every time I've gotten a red ring, it's typically been 700 corruption. There's been a few times where I've gotten red rings at... Yeah, you're at the perfect spot right now, Dub. This is what you're going to want to do. Okay, so you're at 650. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come down here, and if you want to see how I have my lenses set up right now, I'm currently running, I'm running focusing lens of time, obscuring lens of time, refracting lens of wealth. All right, so what this does is it removes essentially all conditions. You can get these items anywhere. You just have to, you could be playing any sort of content. You can be in the campaign, you kill one, exile, mage, bam, whatever. I recommend corruption because of corruption scaling. So you're going to want to come down here. Don't do anything that involves diamond matrons or siege golems. I mean, they're fine. It's just they infrequently spawn, right? You're looking for exiled mage, nemesis, that sort of thing. And you're going to want to try and grab as many of these unique rune prophecies as possible. Next, you got your prophecies, your unique rune prophecies. Next, you're going to want to come to this timeline, the Stolen Lance timeline. Right now I'm looking for belts, but in the Stolen Lance timeline, there is a rune buff, rune blessing that you can get. So let me show you what it looks like. So you're going to come over here. You're going to want to get this sort of weird looking, it kind of looks like a ring. You're going to want to get the Grand Talon of Grandeur. This is going to increase your ring drop rate. All right, so now you have your ring drop rate and you have your unique ring blessings. Go to your preferred timeline, and I'm going to tell you this, Dub. I feel like the first red ring can be the hardest, so don't give up. Just keep doing them. And if you can, push corruption even more. It helps. But 650 is great. So keep doing the ring blessings. Run this. I know it might be kind of boring, but the moment you get your first red ring, right? Put it in the nemesis, because it's probably not going to have LP. If you get LP, I hate you. No, I'm kidding. If you get LP, awesome. I'm glad to hear it. But after you do that, imprint it, right? Run it through the nemesis. Get whatever you get on there. Put it in your weaver tree, and then you will get more. I've already given up hope on it dropping, so if it drops, that's just all the better. Yeah. This will definitely help. Now, I want to add the caveat. It's not a guarantee, but that's how I got my red ring. And then after I got my first red ring, I imprinted it, and I kept farming until I got red rings with LP, and then I slammed what I wanted on there. So, best of luck to you, Dub, and hopefully you can get your rings, and hopefully it doesn't take forever. MG does have the black market tokens. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah. Those are new, right? So it bypasses all rank and favor. You can just immediately buy it as long as you have the gold. Yeah, okay, cool. To be honest, Chizzy, I'm kind of excited to start a new season with all the fresh start. I know I can do solo. But the real hype full start has... Yeah, true. Bike be biking. That's right. What's good, Jesse? Welcome back. I'm going to go for real this time. All right, see you in a few, Thursday. Love the bolt effects. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Definitely keep that one. Holy, that's a 54%. Okay. 48, 50, 44, 29, but it also has health. I was able to get critical strike chance on that one. Okay. Here, do the cemetery and then, you know, reset the echo. That's a lot of shields. Wait, 2 LP Grim? Sure. Get block chance, block effectiveness. Could be good. Especially for this build. No, I probably wouldn't recommend. Hola! Hey, yo, what up, Kyle? Now, I probably wouldn't recommend this shield. Because when you're in combat, you can't gain ward. So thus, Twisted Heart is just... You get 20% health, strength, cast speed, and well, it's still pretty good, not gonna lie. But yeah, I would recommend Bastion of Honor. What are you up to today, Kyle? I never did spend any favor. Rye Bill makes me want to come back to the game. You left the game? What happened? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm glad you like the Rye Bill. As far as we're aware of, the Primordials in the B system is permanent. Yeah, because, well, it could have been a roundabout way of not confirming it. Yo, Ranshaw, thank you so much. Randashaw, thank you so much for the follow. in one of the dev streams, Mike was asked, could we equip 2 primordials in the future? And he said no, power creep. That would imply they're sticking around. You just left to try out D4. Oh, how was it? How was it? Yeah, he said a hard no on that. A hard no, which would imply it's sticking around. Now, he, in a roundabout way, by saying no, he's not confirming that it is sticking around, but why not just say, well, it's not sticking around, so no. As a dirty casual, not bad, but they're changing itemization again, so all my characters would be worthless. What are they doing with the itemization? If the game gets all 2 primos, would be a seasonal mechanic. Aren't they keeping everything in the game unless they explicitly said otherwise? This is true, Mighty Shao. So it is assumed they're keeping it, but I guess they could hypothetically come out and say, we're not keeping that, which would then explicitly be said otherwise. They could just say it after the fact. I'm assuming that everything's staying core, and that they would let us know it's not going anywhere. Yeah. Tempering and masterworking in combat overall is getting reworked again, along with defenses. What's wrong with the tempering and masterworking? I thought it, like, honestly, I thought that was a great change that they brought to the game. Like, yeah, you can get some bricks, but I thought it was a lot more interesting than the crafting system they had before. Reroll 1 affix. Oh, it's getting more expensive. I better. Oh no. I watched you play and I think I pick up the game today. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, last Epoch. It's a great time. Okay, yo, Kyle, tell me this. Crusader and or Paladin coming to Diablo 4? Please tell me yes. I'm a big D2 boy. I prefer, yeah. I mean, I understand that it would be with an expansion. Like, I might actually come back and play that. If there is. Though I will say, if they do announce it, be like, oh, you're hurting that bad, huh? This is what everybody had been requesting. Hardcore. And then you're just like, I don't know. Let's just give them Spiritborn. When everybody wants Paladin or Cleric or Crusader, and they're just like dilly-dallying. Oh, look at us. We created this brand new class. Looks like a monk that made love to a witch doctor and or druid. The end. I mean, Templar. I'll take Templar. I will definitely take Templar, but I will definitely roast him for it. I'm like, what? You're really hurting bad, aren't you, man? that follow Denarius. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll be religious zealot. Just give me, I don't know. It better play like Paladin. You can call it Templar. They could sunset exile mages and I wouldn't be sad, or at least change their drops. No one's using experimental affixes anymore. They broke the entire experimental affix system with the removal of the experimental the glyph of insight and the ceiling. Like, I will still roast the devs to this day when they said in that lead up interview, I will still roast them when they're like, oh yeah, well, that's fine. You could just seal an experimental affix with a glyph of despair. And we were all like, wait, does this mean that we're getting shards? Because you need a shard to seal. Dude was talking out of his ass. Even if they kept that, agree. Oh, thanks. Yeah, like, I mean, it could have just been like, it was one of the dev interviews, so it could have just been, you know, a moment of carelessness. But when he said, oh well, you can just seal it with a glyph of despair, you're like, wait, what? Wait, we can do that now? No. I do feel like the experimental affixes are a little boring. And not being able to seal any of them is just kind of a big feels bad. And the fact that if you want to craft experimental affixes, you have to run this Woven Echo. I would like to point out, I still don't have it. I still don't have that Woven Echo. How many hours am I into this season? I'd say 100% they're giving a Pally, likely a Templar, Pally or Crusader type, but would be called Templar because of the dudes that follow Denarius. Sorry, I nerded out on Diablo low for too long. Yes, it better be a Holy Light type. Yeah, I agree, because that was the, like, when people played the beta, they were like, is there more classes? What about Paladin? What about Crusader? Not on launch. Oh, okay. Hey, they're announcing expansion. Hey, Crusader came to Diablo 3 first expansion. Nah, you get Spiritborn. Oh, okay. Paladin? Fair. It starts to feel like PoE crafting. So hopefully the Diablo crafting's okay, but I don't know how I feel about being able to just craft greater affixes onto the gear. Because, like, it made gear interesting, at least in my opinion, on Diablo. You go out and you look for greater affixes. It's like playing Last Epoch. You go out and look for Exalteds. I could get behind a shifting of the tiers, you know, but, like, that gets kind of annoying after, like, I think the best gear in the game should not be something, in a loot-based game, should not be something that you sit there and just craft, right? And I think crafting could make, well, okay, so let me redefine that statement. The best loot in the game, can it be crafted? Yeah, absolutely, but it's not, like, I gotta at least find something like that is notable, right? I gotta at least find that double tier 7, or go out there and find that whatever. Being able to, if they ever give us the ability to craft exalted affixes onto an item, that's it. Like, Last Epoch, sorry. All I gotta do out there is go out there, find a couple rares, use this cool looking rune they have, and then randomly put an exalted affix on it. The game's dead to me, man. Like, So, like, when you're telling me that on Diablo you're going to get the option to craft greater affixes onto your gear, that's the same feeling. Yeah, that's dead game time. That means you're not out looking for stuff. You're sitting at a bench. Yeah, that's, I'm sorry, last Epoch, you guys lost the plot. I'm moving on. I guess I'm a PoE streamer now. What's up, guys? Bike here. Get ready for divines with bike. Sitting at a bench is weirdly that's what makes PoE the top game, and I hate that. I hate that too. No. The game, like my music soundtrack seems to agree with it. Like, I feel like if you spend more time just sitting at a bench crafting a piece of gear to be best in slot, and then like I don't know, like it's a looter. You're supposed to go out and look for stuff. Oh, yeah. We'll see what the future holds. Oh! I dodged that attack the entire time, and finally he stunned me and shot me with it. Okay. We're moving on. It was a tough loss. I'm probably better off trying to fight that guy. Oh, God. I couldn't target him. You gotta be a limp dick piece of shit. I wish I had the gaming resilience still. Gone are the days where I can fail over and over for a dozen times. For that one success, you'd think Mega Man prepared me. It's called time. But yeah, I get it. And look at that. 1,000 corruption. 1031. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Let's go ahead and raid somebody. Is Zambriel playing? Let me look. Zambriel? Are you? No Zambriel. Who's streaming last Epoch? Is it just me? Asmongold. All right, let's raid Asmongold, I guess. All right, cool. I mean... is this just like a channel that plays his videos? Because it doesn't look like he's playing. Sure. Now, let me see if somebody else is. Let me see. Yeah, let me see if somebody else is. Let's see if we got like a friend of the channel streaming right now. Yeah. Curse. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid Curse. All right. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I'm going to send you over towards the Curse BG, friend of the channel and fellow writer on actionrpg.com. He is playing a fabulous game called Lost in Random. Absolute great game. The dev sent me a code for this back when it came out. Loved playing it. I'm going to send you guys over there. Hopefully, I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Say hi to Curse for us. Let's go. All right, YouTube, thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you so much for the likes. And hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.